from another world, the doubt, the onward, beyond the land of my sacred home.
Witam Was bardzo serdecznie, jestem Arietta, a przed Wami GreedFall, Dying Word. I jak pamiętacie, ostatnio udało nam się pogadać z Mew. Dostaliśmy od niej zadanie. Niestety musimy wrócić na kontynent, mimo iż wróciliśmy po tak długim czasie, jak się okazało, z kontynentu właśnie na Teer Fradee. Teraz musimy zawrócić, żeby ocalić w ogóle całą wyspę. Więc tak, ruszamy na Konstancję. Zobaczmy jeszcze, czy możemy pogadać z naszymi znajomymi. Nasza kajuta, zanim właśnie wyruszymy.
Hey, sailor. Do you need anything?
Tutaj
I
stało
won't bother
mnie.
you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Z wami pogadać chyba nie mogę. Teraz tak, tu. Faustą pogadajmy najpierw.
Do you need my help?
Zapytajmy. O, tutaj nic nie mamy.
See you later. It's my pleasure.
Dobra, i Tafia.
I'm happy that you came to speak with me. Now that we are in Teer Fradee, I have a favor to ask of you. You must have an idea of what it's about. I would like to find the person who was once a dear friend of mine. I would like for him to explain to me how he came to agree to work for Kernaz. How he could betray all that we once held true. But I don't know this island. It's my first time here. I need your help in tracking him down.
If he's on this side of the island, that should be possible. But you never told me his name.
Furkan. He goes by the name of Furkan.
Furkan? He was your friend? And he worked for Kernaz? If Nilan knew that, he'd never let me forget that he warned against putting so much trust in the man.
You knew him?
Yes. And I also believed him to be a good man who was sincerely interested in our well-being. He taught me to read.
Aha.
I would like to find the person who was once a dear friend of mine.
A to jest
I
to.
would like for him to explain to me how he came to agree to work for Kernaz. How he could betray all that we once held true. But I don't know this island. It's my first time here.
If you want to find him, my people will certainly know what has become of him since we were kidnapped. Let's go.
Thank you. To not know why he ever accepted the contract with Kernaz would drive me mad.
I need to go.
Of course. But come chat again soon.
Szczerze mówiąc, troszkę się domyślałam, że może chodzić o niego. Z tego powodu, no, z powodu tak naprawdę koloru skóry. Bo nie wiem, czy to zabrzmi trochę dziwnie, no ale to był była jedyna taka osoba. I właśnie on też był uczonym. To jest właśnie to. Chodźmy. Pogadajmy. To właśnie był to kuzyn tamtego, no to...
My child, every time I see you, my heart feels lighter. Do you need anything?
My friend Sophia knew Furkan when they were young, and she would like to see him again. Do you know what's become of him?
I can't believe you're still asking about that man. I was right to mistrust him, you know? He betrayed us all. However, I am sorry to be the one to inform you, madam. Your friend is dead.
Dead? When? How? And how could you think that he betrayed you?
It happened shortly after you were kidnapped. You and Nilan. One day he left the village, never to return. It was the very same day Minan was killed. Armao told us that Furkan was implicated, not only in the death of our chief, but maybe also in your kidnapping. A few days later, we learned that he had been found dead, and we didn't weep for him. The people in the fort must have no longer had need of him and rid themselves of their informant.
Aha.
I must leave you for now.
Of course. But come back to see me. I've missed you so.
Furkan, dead. I can't believe it. He will never be able to make amends for his actions. And to think that I was angry with him for sending information to Kurnaz about your people. But if your mother and this respect-worthy Amal are not mistaken, he is also implicated in what happened in your village. How could the man we knew have become so sinister?
I'm sorry, Sophia. I truly wish that he could have given us some explanation.
I can't help thinking about the letter we found. Furkan seemed to want to free himself from the engagement he had made with Kurnaz. Something doesn't sit right in this affair. We need to get to the bottom of what happened. I beg you, let's try and learn a little more.
Let's start by trying to find Armal. It's true that he shared the village guest house with Furkan. Perhaps he saw or heard something that convinced him of his guilt. We could also go up to the lake fort. They knew him, and might know more about the circumstances of his death.
Thank you for not giving up.
No dobra. A? Jest martwy. To zaskoczenie. Pytanie, czy naprawdę był takim podwójnym agentem, czy został zmuszony do tego. Dobra, trzeba ruszać na drugą stronę. Czyli może nie miał wyboru, żeby zdradzić i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Wszystkie możliwości są możliwe.
They come to our island, take over the land, and dig around to find who knows what. They even kill our people.
Dobra, teraz tu. Cześć wam.
Ankarad, Carmack, I am happy to find you in good health.
To see you has filled our hearts with hope. But I am troubled not to find Shader and our son in your company.
What has happened to our child and to our friend?
I can reassure you that Nilan is doing well and takes its role as Donegad very seriously. We met a great many other islanders over on the continent. They were lost and treated poorly. Nilan decided to stay with them, to help and protect them.
I would have preferred that he return. There has been so much suffering here, and we would have liked to have him beside us.
Carmack, you know how much I miss our son, but I am proud of the decision he has taken, and you should be as well.
And Shader, has she decided to stay with him?
Alas, no. Sheda died on the ship that took us from our home. She was taken by an unknown sickness that now threatens all of us.
Tears, the poor little soul.
She was my best student. The bravest, but also the wisest. How sad to hear this.
If you return to the continent, I ask you to give this bow to our son. I made it specially for him.
And tell him to come back to us. We are in need of him.
No, mam nadzieję, że uda nam się go namówić, żeby on powrócił. Za drugim razem. Dobra, to wy tutaj. Tutaj dalej mamy. A możemy zabrać?
Vriden Gerr. I've heard a lot about you.
To dobrze, to dobrze. Mam nadzieję w takich pięknych... O! Pięknych słowach. Zbierz wszystko. I teraz tak, drużyna, ty i dla ciebie może mamy coś lepszego. Wrażenia magiczne. Serio? Magiczne. Magiczne. Wystarczy. Nie ma takich przeciwników. Wystarczy. Tylko, że tutaj pojechali po bandzie. Mogę coś tutaj nagadać? Sortuj, tata. Zamknij. Dobra. Nic takiego nie mamy.
Ah, a dreg dead.
Cześć.
We need to know what happened to Furkan. My mother says that you blame him for the events in the village.
He lived among us, but he was one of them. His role in what happened is evident.
Why do you think that?
After your kidnapping and Toflan's death, I saw him change. He felt guilty. Then Minan went to the fort to hold them accountable. He followed, anxious, furious. Your chief was killed. Furkan spoke often with the soldiers at the fort. The connection was easy. When we heard about his death, we shed no tears. The earth swallowed him up.
Furkan was a man of science. He'd never wish anyone's death.
I also have trouble suspecting Furkan, Safia, but I understand Armal.
Perhaps. But I owe it to Furkan to learn if he was wrongly accused. If you considered him a friend, you owe him the same.
I'll answer your questions. You'll understand.
O, no dobra, no trudno.
Did you find Furkan's body?
No, I crossed paths with the men from the fort when returning to the village. They told me they had found him dead, assassinated.
Do you know who killed him?
I didn't ask. They seemed to suspect us, and I didn't want any trouble.
Could one of your own have killed him?
I only spoke about my suspicions to the people in the village after. They had no reason to kill Furkan.
Did he leave any personal items behind?
He left everything. He must have thought he'd be back. The village burned. I have no idea. He did have a strong coffer. Maybe it survived. What are you hoping?
Maybe Furkan left some documents or letters that would explain his motivations.
He did write all the time. In a book.
He recorded his research. I read some of it.
The book was different than his research. No drawings. He said he wrote down his thoughts.
Furkan kept a private diary. It might tell us something about Kurnaz.
We should search the guest house in the village.
Dobra.
You said Furkan had dealings with the soldiers from the fort?
Yes, he often went to the fort with packets of papers.
He was probably sending research reports and letters to his family. To imagine he was an informant for the soldiers causing your chief's death? Impossible.
Perhaps, but how to be sure?
We discovered letters he sent to the continent. We should see if there aren't any others.
The captain may be able to help us.
I now realize I had very little proof against your friend. Nilan, Shada, and you had disappeared. Toflan was dead. Then we lost Minan. He couldn't be innocent.
I understand, Armal. Furkan was the perfect culprit.
We need to know the truth, whether good or bad. I hope I haven't accused an innocent man.
We will learn the truth. Thank you, Amal.
Dobra, co możemy tutaj kupić? Kup. Dwuręczna to nie. Tutaj nie mamy zbytnio takich ciekawych rzeczy. Chciałabym właśnie coś... Może to? Dobra, weźmy to sobie. Zejdźmy. I teraz tak, drużyna. Ty. Niepotrzebny wydatek, dobra. Nieważne. Więc tak. Chciałabym najpierw zobaczyć, przeszukaj dawny dom. Dobra, i teraz jak tam się dostać?
I'm glad you returned among us.
Trzeba się tutaj tak cofnąć. Dyk. Prosto. Ale zginął. To jest dopiero zagadka. Tutaj mamy coś, tu. Tutaj mogę coś zebrać. Te grzybki. Hop. Pierwsze co zrobimy, to wrócimy się do wioski. Bo myślę, że tam znajdziemy jakieś fajne poszlaki. Okolice jeziora. Dobra, i mapę teraz tak poproszę. No. Tutaj nie to. Tutaj chciałabym się udać. Tutaj była ich hacienda. Jak stoimy z levelem? Jeszcze to level nam daleko. Atrybuty 2, przetrwanie. Obawiam się, że to będzie kiepski pomysł, ale...
It looks like a heavy object left some marks on the floor. It must have been Furkan's cover, but someone took it.
No doubt men from the fort. It's customary. The personal belongings of the dead are returned to their families.
We can only hope that they haven't sent them to the continent yet.
You are extremely resilient, Safia. I don't know how I would handle living in constant doubt about the motivations of someone I loved.
Matko, ja się zastanawiam, gdzie ona jest, ale ona jest w Ludwigu. Okej. Mapy teraz po prostu. Czyli musimy lecieć do fortu. Dobra. Ty.
Hello, Captain. Do you remember the nature scientist who lived in our village? Furkan?
Yes. We found his body in the forest.
We want to know what happened to him. What can you tell us about his death?
He was assassinated the same time your chief was killed. Troubling times. My men found the body in the woods. We didn't have the time to carry out a proper investigation.
You don't know who killed him?
Suspicions pointed to an islander, given all that had happened. He was found with a stone dagger in his back.
It wouldn't be the first time someone used our weapons to cast blame.
Granted, but your people were furious about their chief's death. We thought them out for vengeance.
There was nothing else?
The affair was quickly sorted. Relations were strained with your people then.
When did you last see Furkan?
Just minutes after the chief's death. If he'd got there sooner, he could have saved him. He went into a rage seeing the chief dead. We had to toss him out.
And after that?
No. The guards said he marched back from where he'd come.
He died walking back to the village.
I don't know where he was headed. We found the body a few days later. Why do you care so much about his fate?
We were once betrothed.
My condolences.
Furkan's expedition was financed by Kornaz. Did you know?
Kernas? The general? No. The general has no authority here.
You don't take orders from him.
Certainly not. I answer to Governor Buren and him alone.
We were captured within a stone's throw of your fort.
I knew nothing about that. No orders, no requests.
Who was Furkan's correspondence addressed to? Do you know?
The mail officer died recently. I'm not sure he'd have even known. All letters are considered private. We respect privacy.
We'll leave you to your duties, Captain. Goodbye.
Goodbye, young people.
Ej, a gdzie jest moje pytanie na temat kufra? Ty.
Hello, Doctor.
You again. What do you want from me?
Do you remember a nature scientist from the Alliance who lived in our village? His name was Furkan.
Of course I do. We spoke on occasion. I was sad to hear of his death.
We were told that he was found by soldiers in the woods. Did you examine the body by chance?
I didn't perform a complete autopsy, but yes, I examined it. I found it odd that we found his corpse so soon after the death of your chief.
Could you share with us what you discovered?
Well, someone left an obsidian dagger in his back, but that wound had caused little blood loss. In fact, I'm certain that it was planted to hide another wound that was far deeper and the true cause of his death. It was a round wound that had no relation to the kind made with a blade. I dug into it and discovered a bullet.
People from my village don't use firearms. I doubt they would even know how to use one.
I suspect that he was killed by one of the colonists, but I've no idea who. In any case, the dagger was clearly planted to cast suspicions on your people.
Those who did this have no respect for the dead, nor for the living. Is the captain aware of your discoveries?
I reported my findings to him at the time. It's my duty, but don't hold it against him to have not shared all he knew. Since the death of your chief, he has been hard-pressed to bring back a semblance of peace, without much success.
I understand, but we are still going to have a word with him. He knows the colonists in the region. He must have some suspects.
Thank you for your candor, Doctor.
Aha, czyli on nie powiedział nam
I'll leave
tego.
you to your work. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ta hamowa.
I'm sorry, but this area is reserved for officers of the fort.
Aha, no dobra. Ej ty, mamy jeszcze do pogadania, chodź tu.
Hello, Captain. The fort doctor told us the dagger was not the cause of death. It was a bullet.
She told me as much.
Why didn't you tell us? Was it one of your men?
Of course not. Listen, your friend chose a bad time to be killed. The details would have just added to the mystery. My men weren't responsible for that death. I interrogated them myself more than once.
You dissimulated facts, leading us to suspect our people were responsible. You wanted to avoid conflict, but you've only raised suspicions. Why not just tell the truth?
I'm sorry, I should have told you everything. Suspicions are all I have, no proof. A soldier was asking questions about Furkan just before his death. The general may have sent him, I don't know.
Where is he now?
He deserted just after, which seems suspicious, but I had no proof. I asked around, but no one really knew or liked him. He disappeared as suddenly as he came. He may have left some things in the dormitory. You're welcome to take a look.
Thank you. I want to find the killer and clear Furkan's name.
Nagle mu
We
się
leave you to your duties,
przypomniało.
Captain. Goodbye.
Goodbye, young people.
A, w sumie jednak dobrze, że go wcześniej nie zabiliśmy, to nie? Ale też jakie konsekwencje mamy, że zabiliśmy tych łowców na samym początku? Po tak długim czasie. To nie?
I doubt that Furkan ever spent time here. He was a civilian.
It's here that the guards keep their personal belongings. We might find something of worth to us. Who knows?
Dobra. Patrzymy. Tam widzę.
A letter. To the man the captain spoke to us about.
An order to assassinate Furkan and recover his research on your people. How insane! Furkan was killed for his work.
Could it be from Kornas? He was upset he wasn't receiving new reports.
It's probable he's involved, but he didn't write this letter.
Who did?
I intend to find out. We know which ship the assassin took. We should be able to find and question him. We also found a key. It must open Furkan's coffer.
He kept his research there.
Where could it be?
The assassin must have left it at the fort. We need to keep looking.
No dobra. I teraz tak, musimy znaleźć skrzynię. Zobaczmy, gdzie to może być. Tu, zejdźmy sobie. I pomyślę, że wszystko by nas to ominęło w momencie, kiedy byśmy na szybko stąd wyjechali.
So this is where they kept the belongings of the people from the Alliance who passed away.
Yes, but discretion is called for. The captain said this place was off limits to us.
I know that coffer over there. It's the one Furkan owned.
Oho. Jesteśmy na tym terenie. Użyj klucza. Szable dostaliśmy. Zbieramy wszystko oczywiście.
Furkan wrote to Kurnaz. He seems concerned about how his research was being used. The precision of Kurnaz's inquiries on any sickness that affects you surprised him.
Kurnaz was perfecting his plan to use smallpox against us.
Furkan regretted collaborating and stopped sending updates, despite threats. He was concerned about his cousin Baran, who thought he was in danger.
That confirms our suspicions after seeing the warehouse.
He cared greatly about your tribe, you in particular. He felt indirectly responsible for your kidnapping. He mentions your chief. Furkan wanted to stop him from going to the fort. He hoped to save him.
Poor Furkan. He had no idea what his mission would require. When he realized, he resisted to the end. He was a true friend.
I feel the same way. He was naive, but he loved you and your people.
He even tried to save our chief. He was a good man. Did you read the part about you, Safia? He hoped you'd find his research and take it to safety, away from the vultures who would use it.
He mentioned the great library in Yuxantis. He remembered my dream. I'm sure he was buried in the fort's common grave, but I'd like to do something to honor him, so he can rest in peace near your people who he dearly admired.
We build a cairn when there's no body to return to the earth.
That would be marvelous. Especially if your people could forgive him. He unwittingly betrayed them, but tried to fix it, choosing to die rather than aid your enemies.
For that, we need to convince our Maul he's mistaken.
No, czyli jednak nie okazał się zdrajcą. To bardzo fajne, miłe.
The sea is calm today. It's perfect for sailing.
Tak myślisz? Wow! Nie ma tutaj nikogo. Serio? Nope. A, spadamy!
Let's show them what we're made of.
O, nie mogę. Dobra, trudno. O, dobra, teraz mogę normalnie walczyć. To zaatakowali mnie. No w sumie mogą jakoś inaczej być? Z tego? Hop. Dobra, czyli możemy się tutaj cofnąć. Dobrze, idę? Nie dobrze. Oczywiście, że nie idę dobrze. Ale to dziwne, że mogliśmy się zaraz później teleportnąć. Ciekawe, czy mogliśmy wcześniej. Tędyk. I tutaj. Cześć wam.
You should leave with your friends. We don't want traitors around here.
Dobra.
Ah, a drag dead.
We found out what happened to Furkan.
He may have been naive, but he was no traitor.
I'm listening.
We learned how Furkan died. Our people had nothing to do with it. Renoigse was sent to steal his research and kill him. After the murder, he disguised his crime to blame us.
The people in the fort believed him?
They wanted more than anything to avoid stirring up trouble.
Thank you for telling me. But it doesn't prove Furkan's innocence.
On the continent, we learned that an evil man, General Kornaz, financed Furkan's voyage. In exchange, he shared his findings on our people.
The research led to your capture, did it not?
I don't think so. Furkan stopped sending anything a long time ago.
Despite threats to his family. It's the reason he was killed.
Furkan was naive and didn't realize the research could be used against us. He saw the danger and resisted to his last breath.
But still, I remember him going to the fort with papers.
He wrote to his family, asking them to resist.
When Minan left the village to hold those in the fort accountable, Furkan followed him. He wanted to stop him. He had a bad feeling. But Minan was too far ahead and Furkan too late. There was nothing he could do. He wanted to save him.
On his way back to the village, he was killed. Being distraught made him easy prey.
Then he wasn't implicated in Minan's death.
He was trying to save him.
I called Furkan a criminal, when he was the opposite. He had faults, but did not deserve my slander.
Safia would like to say goodbye to him with a proper funeral, and to build a cairn in his memory.
He loved your people. Performing an island rite seems appropriate. I would be honored to participate.
No, I can't. I stained his memory. But I still hold him responsible for your capture. It would be wrong.
Nie no, nie będziemy sprzedawać Nilana.
Furkan was naive, and put his fate too readily in a wicked man. Who here is not prone to such an error? Once he discovered the truth, he tried to redeem himself, even giving his own life.
I agree. I will make amends for my mistake and speak with my clan. I will come to the ceremony at Furkan's cairn. I was wrong to doubt him.
Thank you, Amal.
I will try to convince the others to join us.
I will perform the rite at the waterfall outside the camp.
Meet you there.
Dobra. A, no i teraz możemy się tutaj udać. Dobra.
I must leave.
Teraz tędy. No dobra, jesteśmy już na miejscu.
May each of these stones remind those who pass here of the good man that was Furkan. He was a friend to our people, for whom he ultimately gave his life. May the earth welcome him warmly, and may he return to the source of all spirits.
Rest in peace, my friend. You whom I loved. I will miss you, just as I've missed you all these years. Thank you for conducting this rite for Furkan. I was very touched. And thank you for being here. I'm sure it would have meant a lot to him.
I injured the memory of a friend. It was only right that I should ask his forgiveness.
I didn't like Furkan very much, but what Amal told me made me realize that my suspicions were wrong. It is right that I should be by your side today to honor a friend of the clan.
And now all that's left is to find the one responsible.
When we return to Gakan, we can search for the assassin.
Thank you for all that you've done. I will cherish this memory for as long as I live.
No i dobra, udało nam się zrobić to. Możemy wrócić na kontynent. Tutaj już wszystko mamy. Rozkazy zabójstwa. Udało nam się wbić oczywiście level. Tutaj sobie weźmiemy. No to co? Mam nadzieję, że odcinek Wam się podobał, że zostawicie łapkę w górę oraz że zasubskrybujecie kanał, jeśli jeszcze tego nie robicie. Tak więc trzymajcie się ciepło. Do usłyszenia. Cześć!